This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Route 66 in Holbrook, Arizona. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. And we have a ladies basketball matchup, the predecessor, the matinee, if you will, before the boys game this evening, as the GANADO Hornets travel down a little bit to take on the Holbrook Roadrunners. I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm going to be joined tonight by, well, no one right now at this current. We're hoping to get someone here in a little bit, but we're going to go and take a break here while we get the national anthem ready to go and the lineups being called, and we'll be ready. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
SUV, go to Sholo Ford. Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Very good evening. Welcome to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. As we just had the national anthem, we are ready for the introductions of the players. For the GANADO Hornets, Jasa McIntosh, number 4. Jayana White, number 23. Faith James, wearing number 24. Shaylee Walker, wearing number 34. And Shantea Smith. I don't actually have an update on GANADO's record. However, for the Holbrook Roadrunners, they're going to have Channing Harrington wearing number 10. Alina Yazi wearing number 14. Dea Guerrero wearing number 21. Number 23 for the Roadrunners, Leanna Sosi, and rounding out their starting 5 will be Bailey Williams, wearing 40 for this evening. I had a chance to speak with Coach Firkins, the head coach of the Holbrook Roadrunners, before this game, and they're on their 3rd game of the season. They have split. They lost to Tuba City just last weekend, and not too far before then they had beat the Window Rock Fighting Scouts. So the Holbrook Roadrunners off to a split start for the beginning of this season. As the lineups are being read here, and we're going to be set for action underway. I'm getting a chance here to go through and look at the Ganado Hornets and their scores and where they stand for the very early in this season. Of course, PowerPoints don't come out for about a little over a month now, as right now we have a lot of preseason tournaments going on and different things to get these teams ready for their region play. The Ganado Hornets joining us from the 3A North, and I believe actually this might be and there's Sosi starting for the Roadrunners, as I'm trying to find Ganado's schedule here. As referees for tonight are ready to go, our head referee for this evening is Quinn Ashton. And the Hornets are now playing their, let's see. As number 23 for the Hornets, Gianna White, is going to stand and jump center. All right, here we go, looking for Ganado. As number 23 for the Roadrunners, Leanna Sosi, going to jump center. As the whistle's blown, and Mr. Ashton is going to throw up the ball, and we are going to be underway shortly here from Munoz Gym, Budenholzer Court from Holbrook. There's the ball controlled by the Hornets. That is McIntosh with the ball. McIntosh over to James. James, three-point shot, no good. Nice rebound by the runners. That's number 14, Alana Yazi. She's forward to number 44 for this evening. That is Williams. Williams misses the easy layup. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay and belong to the Roadrunners. As looking here at the Ganado Hornets, they've played one game. They beat Hopi in a 10-point victory just last week. As we're going to have a violation to start off from the inbounds. I'm Aaron Hewish, joined by our whole iTalk crew this evening, making these productions possible. The inbound goes to Williams. Williams getting banged around. Williams takes one step in, and she's going to step, and she is going to travel. Actually, that wasn't Williams. That was Yazi. 0-0, 7:39 here left in the first. Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball gives us a chance to look at the Summit Healthcare Injury Report. Summit Healthcare, get your athletes back in the game fast. And as I understand from both coaches, we do not have any injuries to speak of, which is good early on in the season. Get these young ladies healthy, ready for the big season ahead of them. And so, again, Summit Healthcare, our Summit Healthcare Injury Report, get your athlete, Summit Regional Medical Center, everything to get your athlete back in the game fast. Next, we have our Ace Hardware pregame keys. Ace Hardware has a 24-hour locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car and need a key replaced, any hour of the day or night, any day of the week, call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Chilo for that locksmith. As there's number 10, Harrington, and Harrington's going to give us the first points of the game. Early 2-0 lead for the Roadrunners. Nice job by our camera crew. As that's going to be McIntosh. McIntosh tries to get over the time stripe, and that's stolen by Harrington. Harrington over to the left. Thought about it for a second. No go. Back out in the hands of Harrington. Harrington top of the key. Long three-point shot. No good. And that's going to be rebounded. That's going to go off Smith. And Smith for the Hornets, and that is now going to belong to the Roadrunners. Guerrero to inbounds. Guerrero gets it in to Williams. Williams on the far side, now over to the middle. That's Harrington at the top of the key, and that is a three-point shot by Harrington. And that's a 5-0 lead for the Roadrunners, as now McIntosh dribbles across. As we're going to get a quick time. That is not a timeout. We have a warning to get the coach off of the court, as Coach Perkins a little bit too far for the benefit of the officials for this evening. And a little bit of a warning there for the coach. Nothing big, as now we're going to get ball out. And that's going to be Smith with the inbounds. Smith looking, looks to McIntosh. Now she does give it to McIntosh. McIntosh over to center court and out of the near side, crosses the time stripe. McIntosh dribbles, had it for a bit, had it knocked away. Over to James. James layup, good for 2. And that is Faith James for 2 for the Ganado Hornets. 5-2 lead here with 6:10 left in the first quarter for the Roadrunners. As now the ball on the far side to Guerrero. Guerrero to Williams. Williams back and forth. Now sends it to 21 Guerrero. Inside looking for Sosi. Sosi back out to Harrington. No good, off. Rebound Williams, and Williams goes, and it is going to be a jump ball called underneath. Alternating possession belongs to the Roadrunners. Looks like Guerrero to inbound. Over to, actually, it was intended for Sosi. That's going to be knocked away. Ball's going to still belong to the Holbrook Roadrunners. Nice evening for basketball this late November, Thanksgiving week. Most of these teams either on break or going the next couple days to enjoy a few days off. As that one goes out to the top of the key, Guerrero. Guerrero now fakes, dribbles. Guerrero thought about it for a second, now thinks about it, puts it in. Guerrero for 2, 7-2. Holbrook Roadrunners advantage. As now James brings it across over to McIntosh. McIntosh on the near side, guarded closely by Harrington. McIntosh around Harrington, now kicks it out to James. James, three-point shot, and that is good for Faith James. Three-point shot for the Ganado Hornets. 7-2 Holbrook advantage, as Holbrook now being pressured to Yazzie. Yazzie gets it across midcourt. Yazzie's going to put up a three-point shot. That's going to miss off the back of the rim. Rebound ends up with Guerrero. Guerrero over to Harrington. Harrington three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Now James on the run. James left side, goes, and it is going to be fouled, as we're going to have our first. Is that not our first foul of the game? I thought that was our first set. As that's going to be Yazzie, first personal. That's the first team foul. That's going to put James at the line to shoot a couple. James, good first one. Cuts the lead 2-1, 7-6 here early on. Again, Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. I'm going to turn it over to our cameraman in the action right now, and I'm going to give you our sponsors, Northland Pioneer College, with our tip-off. Forgot to mention them this evening. Northland Pioneer College, when it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College. We're going to have a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it here and run down our sponsors real quick. Comfort Fit Dentures, they're sponsoring our three-point shots for the night. We have one on each team. Comfort Fit Dentures. Smile, that's a Comfort Fit Dentures 3. And next we have Honda Ski and Outdoor for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store north of Pine Top on 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888 Glassman. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Horn Auto Center, they're sponsoring our drive of the game tonight. The Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that stays you more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, they're going to sponsor our player of the game tonight. Back to the action here as Claw now into the game. Claw inbounds to Harrington. Harrington to Yazzie. Yazzie a little bit of a tough time getting across, but no less to Harrington. Back out to Guerrero. Guerrero now over to Claw. In the middle of the court to Yazzie. I believe that was Williams put that up, no good. And now Ganado on the run, as that's going to be Smith, and Smith's going to hit the bottom of the rim. Rebounded by Williams. Now the Roadrunners are coming back, trying to be a little bit on the run. Ball gets across to Guerrero. Guerrero middle, free throw line. And that's going to be Yazzie. No good. Rebound kicked out, now ends up in the hands of McIntosh. McIntosh crossing the time stripe. McIntosh over to James. Faith James with the ball now. Faith James at the top of the key, and it's going to be stolen Williams going to be credited with the steal. Williams trying to throw it ahead. She gets it ahead, but now back in the hands of McIntosh. McIntosh left side. Now ends up James, good for 2. James with 8 points, leading all. Actually, she might have 9. James with all 9 points of the Hornets as ball goes to the floor. And we're going to have a substitution. Williams is going to be out, and checking in for the Roadrunners is Angelica Urenga. Urenga checking into the ball game as we go to the action across the court. And James is going to inbound it to McIntosh. McIntosh bringing it over, puts the ball between her legs, now picks it up. James being double teamed as James kicks it over, and James is going to have it stolen by Yazzie. Yazzie has sent it over to Claw. Now Claw back inside to Urenga. Urenga off the basket, and that's going to be ball out on the Hornets, belonging to the Roadrunners. 9-7, Hornets up early on. As Urenga ends up, now puts it over to Guerrero. Guerrero inside, no. Denied by Smith of the Hornets. McIntosh with it. McIntosh brings it over. Top of the key, top of the three-point key. McIntosh way back for a three-pointer. And McIntosh nails a Comfort Fit Denture three-point shot. As we're going to get a timeout, we're going to take it too. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com, as we're going to have Harrington inbound the ball to 21. Harrington with the ball, sends it over the time stripe, now to Claw. Claw, far side, over to Yazzie, and that's going to be no good. Ball off as McIntosh is going to send it forward to Smith. Smith on the left side puts it up, no good. Rebound or steal, takeaway by Yazzie. Over to Harrington. And that's number 21, Guerrero. No, that is number 12. Claw with the ball, no good. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul. That's going to be Smith be called for the foul, and that is going to be first personal. And that is going to be the first team for the Hornets. That's going to put Urenga at the line to shoot a couple. Holbrook with this new redone gym this year. They took out the old, very loud pine bleachers and replaced them with these poly ones, these plastic ones. It's a much different environment, very similar to what it used to be. They'll still pack it in, but the court has been sanded down and changed. The big H in the middle representing the Holbrook community, and Budenholzer Court, and they take a lot of pride in this gym. And the way they do things. And that's going to be a steal by Yazzie. Yazzie no good. James with the rebound. Now James sending it to Jayana White. White brings it over. Back to James. Now James dribbles down the right side, and she's going to be whistled. There's going to be a foul. But very good looking updates to the Holbrook Gymnasium. The shot clock's on the side, working pretty well. They've had the scoreboard for a while, and the scoreboard, when timeout, it is red. I believe other times it's yellow, and the team in the green is winning. The team in the red is not, so now the clock switches green. So unique experience here, as we're going to have number 4, and that's going to be McIntosh. Puts it up, no good. Rebound by Harrington. Harrington has it knocked away for a brief bit. It's back over to Guerrero, now into Harrington. Harrington crosses over to Claw. Claw backs up behind the three-point line. No good. Rebound is 34, and that is Walker. Walker way up court to James. James over on the far side. Now back into the middle of McIntosh. McIntosh left, right, sets up, back behind the three-point line. Inside to Smith. Smith back over. McIntosh three-point shot, no good. Rebound is by Harrington. Harrington trying to run down on her own as well. Harrington top of the key. Dishes over to Claw. Atakai in there for the first time for the Roadrunners, checked in at the timeout. As that's Atakai going to get the ball back and forth as Atakai now moves it over to Claw. Claw inside, now at the top of the key, Harrington. Harrington dribbles left, right, no good. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a blocking foul. And we're going to see if that's going to be on the ground or shooting two. We're going to shoot them up here as Harrington going to put a couple on the board as we have 12-9 in favor of the Hornets. As Harrington a chance to break into that lead a bit of it. Ball up, no good. Harrington shot. That one is going to be good. 12-10 in favor of the Hornets as we got 1 minute left here in the first quarter. First quarter went by very quickly. Now all of a sudden it slows down a little bit as James is going to get whistled and going to be called for, I think they called that one a carry, not a travel. As Holbrook going to get the ball at midcourt, and that's going to be Harrington. Inbound to Guerrero. Guerrero over to the far side as that's going to be tipped out of bounds and going to belong to the Hornets. As we're going to get, not in time to get the substitution in, as Faith James inbounds the ball to McIntosh. McIntosh crosses over. McIntosh on the far side to number 34, Walker. Walker puts it in 4-2 to extend the lead to 4. Just over 30 seconds left as Harrington brings it over. Harrington has it knocked back away. Now James, McIntosh to James, over and in. Easy layup for Faith James as GANADO extends that lead by 6. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Claw with it. We're going to get back over and we're going to get whistled and travel. And GANADO, 15 seconds left to extend this lead if possible. As we have a slew of Roadrunners checking in. I'm not sure what a group of Roadrunners is called. I'm going to have to look that one up, folks, because you have if you're a wolf, it's a pack. There's, the Lions and the Pride. We're going to say a group of Roadrunners. And that's why we have the Google at our fingertips, as that's going to be Smith. Smith nails 2. As 18-10, and GANADO has just turned it on here. It's going to be knocked out by Smith and belong to the Roadrunners. Ladies and gentlemen, a group of Roadrunners is called a marathon. So a marathon of Roadrunners checking into the game. Now, we're going to have to look up what a group of Hornets is called. Maybe a hive? I don't know. But the lengths we go to here at iTalk 106.7. A colony, a swarm, or a bike. I've never heard of a bike of Hornets, but we might just have to use that as Roadrunners kick it off. Folks, we have the end of the first quarter with GANADO Hornets up 18-10. We're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome to Horn Auto Center. Gobble up all of these savings with our Black Friday deals going on all month long, like our very last 2024 2500 Chevy Duramax, $7,000 off, and we have a half-ton 2024 four-wheel drive crew cab RST, $12,200 off. Come on over to Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs or go to hornauto.com. We are the GMC Chevy store that saved you more.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. And we're going to start the second quarter with our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, locations in Navajo and Apache County. As we start the second quarter, the GANADO Hornets up somewhat big on the Roadrunners with an 8-point lead in the first quarter. As it is 18-10, ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Roadrunners. Roadrunners wearing their white trimmed in red home uniforms. Ganado, the traditional maroon. I'm not sure if it's maroon or burgundy, and the Columbia blue this evening. As Holbrook gets the ball, it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Still going to belong to the Roadrunners, as that is going to be Williams with the ball knocked out. Great job by our camera crew getting great shots there. Seven minutes and 44 seconds left here in the second quarter till halftime. And we're going to get ball inbounds. We're going to have a violation and can't cross that inbounds line. And I believe that's the second time, so we may be looking at a technical foul. So we just got an explanation here from head referee for this evening, Quinn Ashton. And Quinn has explained that it is a technical foul, but it does not go against any particular player. So it is assessed as a team foul, so nothing to do to be towards ejections. However, it still is treated as a technical, so the lane is clear. Claw is in there to shoot, and Claw makes her second one. So that pulls the Roadrunners 18-12. As now Holbrook, because of the technical foul, will have Harrington inbounding the ball at half court as she inbounds it to Claw. Claw loses it a little bit, gathers it back, now back to Harrington, over to Claw, who crosses the middle, sends it over to Yazzie. Back and forth, and that ends up in the hands of Atakai, and that is Shayla Atakai. Back to Yazzie. Yazzie drives left side, left hand, and that is going to be good. And the Roadrunners chipping away at that lead, 18-14, 7 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the half. Ball's going to go inside to Walker. Walker to Smith. Smith left, right, now looks inside, and that's number 23, White. White loses it off her foot. Gathered in by Walker as James gets the ball and gives a beautiful behind-the-back pass to Smith. I'm not sure if we have replay on that one, but that was pretty impressive as Faith James behind the back sends it into Shantea Smith for 2 points. We're gonna have our replay crew on that one, but we're gonna keep the action here. We'll take a look at that one later because that is definitely in line for our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. Definitely in line for that Horn Auto Center drive of the game. As we get a shot clock violation, 20-14, as Guerrero's going to check back in. All right, folks, back to the action as McIntosh brings it in over to Smith. Back to McIntosh. McIntosh left side. Tries to drive the key. No good. Inside to Smith. Smith left, right, up. Puts it off. Back of the rim. No good. As Smith gets her own rebound. Looking to McIntosh. McIntosh three-point shot. No good. Rebound by James. James puts it up. That is good. Faith James, 2 points. Foul is going to go against number 12, Jordan Claw. That's first team of the quarter, first personal for Claw. As remember, we changed a couple of years ago when we now go team fouls within the quarter. James puts up that free throw. It is good.
Does Jordan have 1 or 2?
22-15. Hornets over the Roadrunners right now as pressure being put on. As now Atakai is going to give it over the court, and that is to Harrington. Harrington back forth. Harrington, the freshman for the Roadrunners, dribbles to her right, puts it up, and no, she is going to be whistled, and she is going to be called for the travel. Appropriate calling traveling on Route 66 this evening. Smith to inbound for the Hornets, back to McIntosh. McIntosh guarded closer by Harrington. Over the time stripe to James. James wide open, look at the rim. James is going to lose that out of bounds. Now she's going to save it, and we're going to have some rolling around on the floor. Harrington bumps up, gives it to, that's Sosi, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to foul on 24. That's going to go against James, and I believe that is going to be her first personal, second team of the quarter. Roadrunners to inbounds. Harrington. Harrington with the ball. Harrington looking. Now ends up with Atakai. Atakai back to Harrington, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul. And that is going to go on, I believe, Walker. And that's going to be Walker's. I think that might be her second. That's going to be Walker's first personal. Third team, however, getting close to the bonus. As Harrington with the ball. Harrington underneath to number 23. 23, Sosi. That is good for two. 23-16, Hornets on top. Ball ends up in the hands of James on the far side. Now back to Smith. Smith in the middle to White. White dribbles it off her foot. Roadrunners Harrington. And now we're going to have a foul on White. I don't know if that was frustration or she was trying to go in there and swipe it away. And we're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it as well. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Whoa. Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As we had a timeout called by the Hornets, they're up 23-16, 7-point lead here with 5:08 left in the first half. Good crowd on hand, the home crowd. If you can see the far side, not a lot of seats to be had, a few open spots, but week of Thanksgiving, I'm going to give them that because Holbrook likes to pack this place. As there's Harrington faking, she puts it up, no good. And I believe that was number 23, White, with the rebound. As now McIntosh being guarded by Harrington. Pick as that goes back to White, and now going to be knocked around loose, gathered in by Uranga of the Roadrunners. And that's going to be Guerrero. Guerrero outside, 15-footer, no good. Rebound is by number 14, Yazzie. Yazzie's going to put it up. Yazzie's going to get 2, and that chips away at that lead for the Roadrunners. Welcome all of you listening on up north for this evening. Didn't have a chance to make it down to the game in person. Making it here good. Is that we're going to have a drive and a shot by White. White's going to put it up, and that's going to be her first points of the game, and she's going to get a free throw because of that. Foul's going to go against number 23, Sosi. That's going to be Sosi's second foul. This is going to be White at the line. White at the line to shoot 1 as part of the and 1. White puts it up good. And we're going to whistle, and we're going to have a substitution as Williams is going to check back in the game. And she's going to check back in the game for number 21, Dea Guerrero. Ball inbounded by Harrington. Harrington and Yazzie. Back to Harrington. Harrington moves it over half court. Received over half court by Williams. Williams top of the key. Ends up with Sosi. Sosi. Yazzie. Williams. Williams has it knocked away. Gathered in by Sosi of the Runners over to Harrington. Harrington back to Sosi, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds with 11 seconds on the shot clock. That's going to be ball out, and it's going to be Ganado's ball up 26-18 as we're going to get a whistle and a substitution as Claw is going to check in, and that's going to put Sosi for a break on the bench. James inbounds the ball to McIntosh. McIntosh over far to number 34, Walker. Walker dribbling in. Walker, errant shot, and she's going to be called for the travel. The walk, the travel, the dreaded carry goes down as a turnover. Turnover. Hornets. Roadrunner ball, Harrington to inbound. 44, Williams with the ball. Williams crosses it over. Down in the corner to number 23, Sosi. That's going to go back up, and that's going to be number 14, Yazzie. 2 points, 26-24, the Ganado Hornets. McIntosh to James. James, top of the key, just above the free throw line, knocks it down for 2. Harrington with the ball after the make by James, 28-20 in favor of the Hornets. Yazzie on the far side, now to Harrington. Harrington three-point shot, no good. Rebound is by Sosi, no good. Gathered in by Smith of the Hornets, over to 34, and that is number 34. Walker with an easy 2, 30-20, 10-point lead, biggest of the ball game for the Hornets. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left as Harrington brings the ball over half court, inside to Sosi, and we're going to have it knocked away, and that's going to go to Williams. Williams inside. That's going to be Yazzie. Yazzie kicks it out to Claw. Claw no good. Smith ends up with the loose ball, passes it to James. James, Smith with the rebound. James to McIntosh. McIntosh 3 points, no good. Rebound Williams of the Roadrunners. Now here comes Claw back on the far side. Claw back to Harrington. Harrington crosses over. Harrington ball in the middle, intended. That was intended for Sosi, no good. And now we have 15 for the Roadrunners. That is Atakai, and number 22, Yarenga, checking in for the Holbrook Roadrunners for the evening. Smith to inbound. Smith to McIntosh. McIntosh 1, 2, 3 steps. She's going to have Claw step up on her. Back to Smith. Smith looking for James. James at the free throw line. Passes it. Errant pass, and that's going to be intended. Intended is that number 20, Alicia. We do not have a last name on her. So James's pass knocked free, intended for Alicia. As Williams comes in, knocks it out, goes to Yarenga. No good. Ball now belongs to McIntosh. McIntosh handling the point guard duties at the current time. Drive, no good. Knocked down, nothing called, as it's going to go to Williams of the Runners. Williams, three-point shot. That one is going to roll in and roll out. Great work by the camera crew for getting that one. As we look like we might have an injury. Looks like Yazzie might have been knocked in the eye, as it's going to come forward to James. James no good. Rebound is by Claw. No whistle call. Looks like she's doing okay. 15, Atakai sends the ball in, intercepted, so to speak, and intended for White. White's going to get whistled, and we're going to have ball out for the Hornets, as James is going to be set to bring it in to McIntosh. And there's McIntosh over the middle, over to White. White left side, tries to go up with that left hand. Little too far out, has the ball knocked away. Out on her, though, ever, so it's going to belong to the Roadrunners. Yazzie to inbounds. Yazzie to Claw. Back to Yazzie, back to Claw, over the time stripe. Inside to Williams. Loses it, now the ball forward to James. James, nice easy layup, no good. Practice those, and sometimes you just don't make them. There's no such thing as a sure shot in this game, folks. As ball's going to go out of bounds, and it is now going to belong to the Roadrunners. We're going to get a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com, as we are in the shadows of the wigwams here on just off Route 66 at Budenholzer Court in Munoz Gymnasium on the campus of Holbrook High School on a breezy November evening. Temperature about 65 degrees today. Breezy about 20 miles an hour. Kind of a nice, definitely late fall day getting ready in Northeast Arizona. And all I can say is it does seem to be becoming basketball weather, as 14 Yazzie is going to inbound for the runners. Yazzie inbounding. Looks left, looks right. Countdown. Inbounded to Claw. Claw for the runners. Now to Atakai. On the near side to Yazzie. Ball is knocked away, gathered in by White to McIntosh. Hornet ball, 10-point lead, 28 seconds left. McIntosh looking. Now she finds number 23, Gianna White, and White's going to put it in for 2. 12-point lead, 14 seconds left. Claw back to Yazzie. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to have a violation on the bench. And so we have violations on both sides, equivalent to what they would call a sideline warning in the game of football. So it's not a penalty right now, but you get your second one. It will be that technical foul, and it will be that team technical foul that was explained earlier by head referee Quinn Ashton for the evening. Yazzie to inbound. Yazzie looking for Harrington. Harrington now gets it, but Harrington going to dribble it off her foot, and that's going to be down there deep in Ganado territory as it's going to be knocked around, out. So we're going to give the steal credit to McIntosh. Ball out on McIntosh. It wasn't quite, it was a steal. McIntosh goes up, gets it knocked out. Now we're going to have Smith bringing it in for the Hornets. Smith to Walker. As now back to Smith. Smith being guarded. We're going to get a whistle, and that's going to end the quarter. This has been the first half as the Ganado Hornets lead 32-20. We're going to come back in a few, and we're going to wrap up this halftime to start the second half of this game. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees You won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome to Horn Auto Center. Gobble up all of these savings with our Black Friday deals going on all month long, like our very last 2024 2500 Chevy Duramax, $7,000 off, and we have a half-ton 2024 four-wheel drive crew cab RST, $12,200 off. Come on over to Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs or go to hornauto.com. We are the GMC Chevy store that saved you more.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. And this is our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime shows. We got about 5 minutes left in the half. Honda Ski and Outdoor for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store. North of Pine Top on the 260, just south of Honda Casino. And the talk of the first half has got to be the play of Faith James for Ganado, as the Hornets up 32-20 on the Holbrook Roadrunners. So 32-20, as we lost the bot there for a second, giving us the score 32-20. So the Ganado Hornets up by 12 on the Holbrook Roadrunners. As we got to talk about the play of Faith James. First of all, perfect from the line, a 3-pointer. I'm just checking points again. 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Faith James with 16 points in the first half. So if you're Coach Perkins, you've got to be going into halftime telling your team, look, if we can contain James, we have a shot to come back and win this. Holbrook's not playing bad. They're just not seeming to get the breaks. They get a ball bouncing off here and there. And I do a little bit of that to a little bit of a young lineup. Sosi is a sophomore, Williams is a sophomore, and Harrington is a freshman. However, you wouldn't know by watching the play of Harrington. Harrington with 6 points on the first half, and Claw's going to have a 2 for the Roadrunners. Yazi's going to have 6, Guerrero with 2, Sosi with 2. And that's going to round out the 20 points for the Roadrunners. As far as the Ganado Hornets are concerned, Jasa McIntosh has 3, Gianna White with 4, Walker with 4, and Smith with 4. However, it's that 16 by James that has just allowed the Hornets to go very, very, very good into halftime, up 12. So as we run down things here, this is our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. We also want to run down our other sponsors. Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Pine Top, Overgarden, Sholo. Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northland Pioneer College. Horn Auto Center, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, sponsoring our 3-pointers for the night. Horn Auto Center and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. I forgot to mention, too, we have Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. So right now, on our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show, one of the things that I'm looking at is that player of the game by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Who might that be? I think if the Hornets hold on, there's going to be no doubt who it is, and that's going to be Faith James. So we've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half. We're going to roll through a few things as we look at ahead, and both these teams play in a very competitive region. If you're familiar with football, they kind of keep football separate as far as region goes, so in all the other sports we come back to regular league play, and Holbrook plays in a 3A East. They have potential to be a very good team in the 3A East this year with the Snowflake Lobos, Sholo Cougars, Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, as well as the Alchese Falcons. Could be competitive league. Ganado plays in the famed 3A North, and if you've been around high school basketball at all in the state of Arizona for the last 40 years, you know that ball up on the Navajo and Hopi reservations is huge. The big facilities they have up there, and just some amazing ball that comes out of there, some competitive games. So some things to look forward to as we start a very early season. We're going to have the Choice Wireless tournament here in a couple weeks, and then teams are going to split for some other tournaments, and we're going to be back and forth ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We're going to come back and give you the second half. This has been Honda Ski and Outdoor Halftime Show. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. One of the highlights of the first half that we had a chance to look at is our Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointers. We had Harrington with one, the sole three-pointer for the Roadrunners, McIntosh with one for the Ganado Hornets, as well as Faith James with one. So Comfort Fit Dentures with a three-point shot. I think three-point shots, of course, they're worth three. Dunks are only worth two, but those are the two exciting games. I don't expect to see many dunks in this game, but that's okay. As the Hornets start off the second half, as there's James in the middle, as both teams going with their starters as White dribbles. White's going to go, and there's going to be whistle, and there's going to be a foul as Mr. Hancock, one of our officials, comes over, and he's going to whistle the foul on 23, Sosi, Liana Sosi. That is going to be her third personal. That's going to be the first team of the quarter. And that's going to be, I believe that's going to be White at the line to shoot a couple. As White misses or did she make the first one? She made the first one. White is going to be perfect, 2 for 2 on the line, as that is one of our, we're just going to say one of our great sponsors out of all of them. Free throw as Harrington's going to put it up. That's going to be no good. She's going to be fouled. We're going to have one of those three-point shots. They changed that about 30 years ago. So you get fouled on a three-pointer, you get 3 shots, and I personally think it's fantastic. I never understood why you got fouled on a three-point shot, especially in a close game. You just foul and let him get 2 and call the game over with. As we're going to have Harrington to shoot 1. First one is good. And, man, we have some great free throw shooting by both teams. I don't remember exactly what I read one time, but I believe I heard the high school average one time was about 55 to 60% of free throws for girls, and just a hair bit higher. So ballpark in that range for both girls and boys as Harrington's second one is going to fall. It's going to kiss a good front of the rim and roll in for another one. As Harrington going to shoot her third one. One of our officials this evening informing the lane that as soon as that ball hits the rim, they'll be able to go. Here's going to be Harrington. She's going to put it up, and that is going to be good. 3 for 3. So, in a way, a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer. I'm just kidding on that. But we can say that because she did score 3. As we're going to have McIntosh drive. McIntosh going to send it out far ways to Walker. Dribbled out of bounds. Is going to belong to the Roadrunners, as we've only played 30 seconds of this third quarter, which has been a long start to this quarter. Great job by our camera crew getting these shots for this evening. Thank you for our sponsors for bringing you this game. Please support them. Please patron their businesses. They do a lot to provide youth sports, not just here in Holbrook and Ganado, but all over the White Mountains. As there's Harrington, long three-point shot. No good. And that is going to be rebounded by Yazzie. Yazzie puts it up. And that is going to be McIntosh is going to be whistled for the foul, and that's going to put Yazzie to shoot a couple. That's McIntosh's second personal of the game. That is the second team foul. Yazzie at the line to shoot a couple. Yazzie looks, puts up the first one. That one is good. Yazzie gets set, dribbles, looks at the basket. Yazzie, good. Chipping away at that lead. As now we have McIntosh crossing over. McIntosh, a 9-point lead for the Hornets. Holbrook on a little bit of a run right now as McIntosh dribbles inside to, that is White, no good. Smith with the ball. Smith now out, but it belongs to the Hornets, and McIntosh pulls that in. McIntosh wanted to shoot the three. Now she sends it over to James. James left, fake right. Fake left, go right. James off the back of the rim. Rebound Guerrero. Guerrero now looking. Guerrero over to Sosi. Sosi inside. Air ball. Smith with the ball. James now middle. Sends it over the middle. James down to free throw. Dishes to the side to White. White puts it up for two. Harrington to Yazzie for the runners. Now comes forward. Back to Yazzie. Yazzie over on the far side to Guerrero. Guerrero three-point shot. No good. Loose ball. Gathered in by Harrington. Harrington over Guerrero. Guerrero with another three. And that is a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot. And that puts, let's see, that was Guerrero for three. 36-28, 8-point lead for the Hornets. As that one tickled the twine so much that it wrapped it around that basket. And that was a commanding shot by Guerrero. Inbound goes to Smith, back to McIntosh. McIntosh crossing over the middle. McIntosh fakes left, goes right to Smith. Smith top of the key, inside to White. White now to her right, back to McIntosh, three-point, air ball, no good. Rebound Sosi. Sosi, Yazzie with the ball. Harrington near side. Harrington into the corner, now dishes in the middle to Williams. Williams middle of the lane, jumper no good. Rebound 23, that is White with the rebound, now to McIntosh. McIntosh giving commands to her team as she takes the ball right, spins left, up off the square of the backboard, and she uses the backboard. McIntosh for two, doing a great job at the point tonight for the Hornets. 10-point lead for the bike of Hornets from Ganado. Yazzie to the middle, top of the key. Over now to Harrington. Harrington switches her spots. Harrington left, now right. Williams, a Comfort Fit Denture, three-point shot. That chisels into the lead. Hornets by 7. McIntosh with the ball. She goes to her right. Now to the top of the key to Smith. Smith has it knocked away briefly, gathered in by McIntosh. McIntosh to her left, looking for James. Over to James. James now gets it. Long shot. Air ball, no good. Rebound is White. Inside. Smith ends up with it. Smith scoops at the other side. Smith's going to put it down. Shantea Smith for two. 40-31, 9-point lead for the Hornets. Yazzie with the ball. Yazzie now dishing inside to Williams. Williams, no good. Rebound is by Walker. Now Walker kicks it over to McIntosh. McIntosh to Smith, now forward to James. James running. Fakes left, fakes right. James over to Walker. Walker no good. Rebound is Williams. Williams now puts it on the court and gives it over to number 14, Yazzie. Yazzie on the near side. Yazzie now to the middle, to the top of the key, drives lane. James had her back to her. Now Yazzie's going to put it up, and that's going to be 2 for the Roadrunners. As Yazzie adding to her point total for the night. As it looked like the defenders had their back to him. Ganado fans getting a little impatient with their team, still holding on to a 7-point lead. As McIntosh in the middle to James. James no good, and James has gone somewhat cold here. And we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul. I believe that foul is going to be on 20. I'm not sure if it was 23 or 24. I think it was 24, which is James, and that's going to be her second personal, third team of the quarter. Harrington, inbound to Yazzie. Yazzie now to her left on the near side. Picks up her dribble. Over to Williams, back to Yazzie. Yazzie, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, James. James now tries to get it, and it's intercepted by Yazzie. Back over to Williams. Williams for 2. 40-35, 5-point lead for the Hornets. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. As McIntosh is going to drive the lane middle. Walker off the backboard for another 2, 42-35. Some scoring going on with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harrington over, Harrington to her left. Left now, she drives inside to, that is number 44, Williams. Williams for 2. Ganado still holding on to a 5-point lead as McIntosh brings it over. McIntosh looking left, looking right now. She gives it, flips it to James. James over to Smith. Smith inside to Gianna White. Gianna White is fouled. Foul is going to go against number 15, Atakai. However, White's going to go to the line and shoot a couple. White having a pretty good evening as well. She's got 6 points, 2 free throws for a total of 8. Here to add to her total of 8 with a couple free throws. Trying to add to her total of 8 for a couple free throws. As she puts it up, no good. White's second one, no good. She misses them both. Rebound. That rebound is Guerrero. Guerrero with the ball over. Now to Yazzie. Yazzie's going to throw it, meant to. Ball out of bounds. I think Coach Perkins a little bit frustrated with his team's passing this evening as McIntosh is hobbling a little bit. And we'll see how that plays in as McIntosh looking. Still didn't affect her dribble much. She sends it forward to Smith. Smith puts it on the court. Smith now at the top of the key. Inside, stolen. Intended for Walker, stolen by Yazzie. Yazzie now drives, puts it up, no good. As Yazzie tries to get the ball back to McIntosh, falls to the floor. McIntosh now has it over the top to Smith. Smith looking. That's going to be great defense there by Harrington. Harrington's going to be charged with the kick, and that's going to be ball out for the Hornets, but it gives the Roadrunners a chance to come down and collect themselves defensively as Smith's going to inbounds. As we're going to get a 30-second timeout, we're going to go ahead and take it to the Sholo Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Sholo Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. The Roadrunners are going to inbound the ball underneath the Hornet basket. Excuse me, the Hornets are going to inbound it under their own basket. I thought that was the runner's ball. As Smith's going to inbound, Smith kicks it to James. James handles the top of the key. James drives, middle of the lane, no good as James is having a rough time getting that point total back up. James does get the rebound. She puts it back in, good for 2. as that's going to be her first points of the half with 1:09 left. 44-37 in favor of the Hornets here at Munoz Gym, Budenholzer Court, Holbrook, Arizona. Great night for basketball. Inside to Williams. Williams now over to Yazzie. Yazzie loses it. Ball out of bounds. Going to go to the Hornets, up 44-37. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. As McIntosh, recognizing the press, gets in. McIntosh gets the ball, inbounds to James. James over on the far side. James in the middle to Smith. Smith dribbles. Now back to James. James looking for McIntosh, takes it on her own. James now dribbles top of the key. Back to McIntosh, right in the middle. Free throw lane jumper. Good. McIntosh 2 points. And that extends the lead to 9, 46-37, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball's going to be intended for Guerrero, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 23 of the Ganado Hornets, and that's Jayana White. Yazzie to inbound. Yazzie way to the back to Harrington. Harrington left, right. Now it comes over to the far side. Inside to, intended for Williams. Now Williams gets it. Williams give and go to 14. Yazzie no good. Rebound. White. As White loses it, Harrington ends up with it. That's going to be Claw with the ball top of the key. To Harrington. Harrington three-point shot. No good. Rebound is Williams. Williams loses it to Smith of the Hornets. Inside, that's going to end the quarter. We're going to take a minute timeout. The Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Of high school basketball on italk1067.com as we're going to have our Northland Pioneer College tip-off to start the fourth quarter. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College. We start the fourth quarter. Ganado Hornets with a 9-point lead on the Roadrunners. But before we get back to your action, I'll just let your eyeballs watch the YouTube or the Facebook feed right there. Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Pinetop Overgarden Sholo, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northland Pioneer College that I just mentioned, Horn Auto Center, Summit Regional Medical Center. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything to get your athlete back in the game. Comfort Fit Dentures, Horn Auto Center, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. 1-888 Glassman, whistle and a foul. Basket is good for James. James trying to do her best to get back on track as James is going to go to the line to shoot one after making that. 48-37, Ganado Hornets up. Just over 7.5 left in the fourth quarter. Here's James. James has been a pretty good free throw shooter on the night. There's James' free throw, and that one's good. That adds to her point total for the evening. As Williams is going to inbound for the Roadrunners. Williams is going to get it back from Claw. Back to Williams, back to Claw. Claw now with the ball on the near side. Claw to the middle of the key. Claw looking. She finds Yazzie. Yazzie left, right. Now it's in the middle to Williams. Lost. Gathered in by White. White to James. James now crossing over the middle. James looking left. James looking right. Now to McIntosh over on the far side. McIntosh inside to Smith. Now back to McIntosh who drives the middle of the key. Look, we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a 3-second lane violation on the Hornets. And that's going to put the ball back to the Roadrunners down 12. Yazzie to inbounds. Yazzie to Harrington. Harrington crossing the time stripe. 27 left on the shot clock. Over on the far side, and I believe that's number 21, Guerrero, That's going to be whistled out of bounds, and that's, oh no, we're going to get a foul. Foul's on number 23, Jayana White, and that is going to be her third personal, first team of the fourth quarter, as we're going to get a whistle. As we look to get an injury as McIntosh goes over the sideline. Official Mr. Ashton informs that they have 20 seconds, I believe it was, to wipe blood off. Holbrook's going to get the ball as Holbrook's going to inbounds over on the, what is that line? Is 23-foot line? 28-foot line? I'm not sure I remember, but it's just a marking now. Actually, it's not even a marking. It's not even on the court. There's Harrington. Harrington over the top, intercepted by White. White to James. James now near side, dribbles, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Smith. Smith over to Walker. Walker jumper, no good. Rebound gathered by Smith. Smith now has it knocked away as number 34. Excuse me, is that number? I didn't get a number. Is that 21? That's Guerrero. Goes to the floor. We're going to get number 4, and we're going to get a technical on McIntosh. As that's going to allow Holbrook not only to shoot a couple, they will inbound the ball. So as we're going to flip the court and walk over to the other side. Not sure exactly what happened. Doesn't matter. Officials called a technical foul. We're going to have a technical foul, and that's going to put Guerrero at the line to shoot 2 for the runners. Chance to chip this lead to 10. Her first one is no good. Dea Guerrero. And we're going to have Guerrero make the second one, as that's going to be ball out at the half-court line for the Roadrunners. GANADO still visiting with their coach, getting set, as Harrington's going to get the ball to inbounds. Ball's given from the official. Inbounded to Guerrero. Guerrero back over the stripe. Guerrero top of the key. Over to Yazzie. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound is by Yazzie. Three-point shot by Guerrero, no good. Rebounded by James of the Hornets. James to McIntosh. McIntosh over on the far side, being guarded by Guerrero. McIntosh now brings it to the middle. To center court, over to James. James tries to pass. James has it knocked away by Claw. Claw now sends it to Harrington. Harrington brings it over, guarded by James. As that's going to be a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on Faith James, and that is going to be the third team, and that could be a little bit of a factor as we go forward. I believe we were in the bonus in the first quarter, but none since then, as number 14, Yazzie, going to inbounds right in front of our table. Yazzie inbounds over the top to Williams. Williams, two-point shot, no good. Rebound, and we're going to have an official's timeout as I believe Guerrero is currently down. We're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As Guerrero is brought out of the game, she looked like she was in a little bit of pain, but nonetheless, she was able to pop up like the trooper she is and be back in the game, as now it's going to be ball belong to the GANADO Hornets, as Smith's going to inbound. Smith being guarded by Sosi on the inbounds. 3 count, 4 count. Ball comes in, intercepted by Yazzie. Yazzie over to Harrington. Harrington top of the key. Williams, no good. Long rebound, McIntosh. McIntosh now sends it down to James. James, perfect opportunity to go up and down. James missing the layup. That's her second underneath missed layup, but she's made up for it by getting a lot of points tonight, as Yazzie's going to bring it down on the far side. Yazzie, left-handed layup, that's going to fall off. Rebound Hornets, gathered in by White. Now over to McIntosh, as McIntosh looks like she might be in a little pain. As she comes up, brings it over to the time stripe, being guarded by number 14. That's Yazi. Keep wanting to say Sosi. Sosi's number 23. Now gives to Smith. Smith dribbles all the way over to the near side. Back into White. Into James. James laid up, no good. Rebound. Claw. Here come the Roadrunners, down 11. Harrington near side in front of her own bench. Harrington now over to Sosi. Sosi in, but now knocked away. Turnover. Ball belongs to the Hornets. James with the ball. James over the time stripe. James being guarded very closely by Claw. Whistle, and we're going to get a foul. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to take it. This Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome to Horn Auto Center. Gobble up all of these savings with our Black Friday deals going on all month long, like our very last 2024 2500 Chevy Duramax, $7,000 off, and we have a half-ton 2024 four-wheel drive crew cab RST, $12,200 off. Come on over to Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs or go to hornauto.com. We are the GMC Chevy store that saved you more.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the ball game as the GANADO Hornets an 11-point lead. At this point, I don't want to say commanding, but whatever the degree is right below commanding lead, that's what the Hornets have, playing very well. Smith to inbound for the Hornets over on the far side. As number 32, that is going to be Lanaya Baldwin checking in for. This is our first chance to get in the game. As Smith's going to inbounds. Smith looks to McIntosh. McIntosh secures the ball. McIntosh now left. It's going to be knocked out. And that is going to belong to Coach Perkins and the Holbrook Roadrunners. Coach Perkins does a fantastic job, ladies and gentlemen, with these Holbrook Roadrunners girls teams. I've had the opportunity to know Coach Perkins for quite a few years. And oh my goodness, he has number 14, Yazi, dribbles in. She makes it. We're going to have a foul, and she's going to have a chance to add and make this a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point play. As Coach Perkins does an amazing job over here. He's been here a long time. He's part of the community, and he does a fantastic job with these Lady Roadrunners. And seems every year you talk to him, and he's not sure about how the year's going to go, and he always finds something. So credit these girls for working hard and getting into the rhythm, and Coach Perkins for getting him there. Great job, Coach Perkins. He's a friend of the program. We enjoy having him, and hoping his Roadrunners can make this into a game. As that's going to be missed by Urenga, and it's going to be knocked around. That's going to be turned over to the Hornets, but it's going to be back. Credit the Roadrunners for the turnover, as now it ends up in the hands of Yazi. Yazi over on the far side to Guerrero. Guerrero thought about shooting it. Now, inside to Urenga, top of the key to Harrington. Harrington to Claw. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound is number 22, Urenga. That's going to be a jump ball. Ball out, as it's going to belong to the Roadrunners, as Faith James is going to check in. Going to check in for Lanaya Baldwin. Inbound is going to be Yazi. Yazi looking. Over to Harrington on the near side. Harrington now in the corner, being guarded by Walker. Harrington over to Claw. That's only going to credit a 2-point. Great shot by Claw, though. That's Claw's first field goal of the game. 49-40 as James gets the ball, as Smith sets a very nice pick. James behind the back. As it's going to be knocked away, Roadrunners ball. Yazi with it. Back to Guerrero. Guerrero to Yazi, top of the key. No good. Rebound, Urenga. Urenga puts it back in. It's going to be rebounded by Claw, knocked out of bounds, and now belongs to the Hornets, and this is going to be Smith inbounding the ball. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. 9-point lead into James. James double team. James goes off her foot. out of bounds and now going to belong to the Holbrook Roadrunners. James had a few little mistakes tonight, but she's made up for it in other ways as Yazzie gets the ball inbounded. And she's going to be whistled and fouled. We're going to get an and one. She gets a chance to make a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point play. Yazzie at the line. Yazzie looks like she has a little bit of a routine here. Great shot by her camera crew. Yazzie stops her dribble, looks up, ball up, and that one's going to be good. Three-point play for Alina Yazzie. Smith with the ball now. Smith crosses it over the time stripe, being guarded by Uranga. Uranga now Smith to James. Underneath to Walker. Outside to McIntosh. McIntosh 3 points. No good, and that's going to be rebound Uranga. Uranga's now going to try to force it to Claw. Claw's going to have it knocked away back in the hands of the Hornets. Smith going to end up with the rebound. Now Yazzie rebounds for the Runners. Over to Harrington. Harrington long court pass to Uranga. Uranga puts it on the ground, puts it up, and that is going to be good for Uranga for another 2 points. Uranga's first field goal of the game. 4-point lead for the Hornets. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the game as that's going to go forward to White. White to James. James left side. Pass it Smith. Smith puts it up good, and that's going to be a 3-point play. A chance for a 3-point play as Smith puts it up and in. James doing it all in the first half scoring-wise. This half she's been doing a lot of dishing for those points. 51-45, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Do not count the Roadrunners out. But the Hornets seeming to have a momentum shift at this point in this half. Smith with the ball, looking to add to her total 8 points on the evening. Smith, no good. Rebound by Claw. Claw to Harrington. Harrington, left side, now over to Guerrero. Guerrero, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Uranga. It's kicked out. Actually, that's going to be knocked out by James, as that's going to bring Williams checking in the game, as well as Alicia. Don't have a last name on Alicia. Didn't have it on the official roster or the program or the book to start the game. Yazzie to inbound. Yazzie inside, knocked away, no good. Yazzie gets it, or Guerrero gets it, moves it around. Now we're going to get a timeout as it ends up in the hands of Claw. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it. The Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. We have a Summit Healthcare injury report. As I was focused on the timeout and the officials calling that timeout, it was noticed that Faith James was down, and it looked like, from what I was told by some people around me, it looked like that she might have collided shoulders, and she was down for a little bit. We've now got her off the court. GANADO's still looking for their timeout. Our head official going over to talk to their coach, probably going to break it up, and he's going to call that team back out on the court. So with 1 minute and 51 seconds left, the Hornets with a 6-point lead. Like I said earlier, whatever was below commanding, as we're coming over, Mr. Quinn Ashton, our head official for the evening, coming over to talk to the table and making sure we're crediting the right timeouts. As now we're going to have Yazzie inbound just underneath the basket for the Roadrunners. Yazzie looking, now forces it in. That's going to be intended for Williams. Going to be knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. Going to belong to the Roadrunners. Under the basket on the near side as that brings Yazzie over to inbounds the ball. Yazzie looking again. Now pushes it into Guerrero. Guerrero off the glass, no good. Rebound is by Alicia, and we're going to have a whistle and we're going to have a foul. That's going to be the fourth team foul, so we're not going to shoot him yet. Foul's going to be on 21 Guerrero. Ganado Hornets to inbound the ball. As I believe Smith's going to inbound. Smith inside to number 23, White. We're going to have a push and we're going to have a foul. Foul's going to go against Claw. That's going to be side out for the Hornets, and we look to see a little bit of this here and there as the next one goes to shooting the two. Smith to inbounds. Inbounds goes to, I believe that was White. Back to Smith. Smith brings it across. Smith doing a fantastic job handling the ball. As we're going to whistle, we're going to get jump ball. And I believe we're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it as well. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as the inbounds pass is going to belong to the Ganado Hornets up 6, and that's going to be Smith over to James. James back on the court after that collapse, but doing okay into McIntosh. McIntosh wincing a little bit as she gets to James to Smith. Smith looking. That's going to be a double dribble, and that is now going to belong to the Roadrunners. Ball's going to be inbounded by Harrington over on the near side, right at midcourt. Harrington to Yazzie. 51-45, minute 19 left. Williams is going to control it. Williams is going to go up and in. She's going to miss it. Rebound is going to be by McIntosh. McIntosh going to throw it away. No, she doesn't throw it away. Saved by James. Back over to McIntosh. McIntosh, one-handed court pass to Smith. Smith into Walker. Walker lay it up. Walker's going to put it up and in. Walker with her 8th point of the night. Under a minute left to play. 53-45, 8-point lead for the Hornets. As 14, that's going to be Yazzie's going to put it in for 2. Yazzie having a great night. Yazzie, 17 points. James still the overall leader as we're going to get a full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Back in action, Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball as the Ganado Hornets inbound it, and they have it knocked away. It's eventually going to end in the hands of Harrington. Harrington now misses it inside where it is off the basket for Williams. Williams hasn't missed, knocked away. James is going to get it, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a travel as the crowd did not like that one, as Guerrero put that three-pointer through, which would have cut into this lead a little bit, but that is negated by the travel. So now we are going to have 53-47, 6-point lead with 27 seconds left. And I believe this is Smith to inbound. Smith looking, goes to McIntosh. McIntosh gets it. McIntosh going to go. McIntosh steps on the line, and it's going to be whistled again away for the Roadrunners. Harrington to inbound, down 53-47. I think if I'm Coach Perkins, I'm probably looking to get it to Guerrero or Harrington, one of my three-point shooters, as ball's into Yazzie. Yazzie now to the middle. Yazzie over to Claw. Claw to Guerrero. Guerrero, three-point shot. That one's going to be good for Guerrero, as she's going to knock down a three, and Coach Perkins getting a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. Is with that three-point shot by Guerrero, it is now a three-point lead for the Ganado Hornets. However, there is only 7.4 seconds left on the clock. Holbrook, both teams in the bonus, as Holbrook's next foul would be the 15th. And be inbounded by the Hornets. Smith going to take the inbounds. Look for Holbrook to put as much pressure as they can, as it's going to be Smith, White, McIntosh, Walker, and James on the court. As that's going to go to Smith. Smith's going to go down the court. Smith looking now. Smith's going to get, and there's going to be a foul, as Yazzie's going to be whistled for the foul. That's going to be the fourth team foul on Yazzie, as now the Ganado Hornets get to go to the line and shoot two. That's going to put Smith at the line to shoot two. 2.3 seconds left. Roadrunners down three. Best thing that could happen here is for the Roadrunners is a double miss, but Ganado has been on the money with their three-point shots, their free throws. As I say that, I apologize to Shantaya Smith, because I think I jinxed her. 2.3 seconds left. Smith with her second free throw, up three. 4-point lead is a lot better than a three. Smith puts it up. That is going to be good. 4-point lead for the Ganado Hornets. 2 seconds left, as that's going to be Yazzie to inbound. Yazzie looking, and that's going to be intended for Claw, as time's going to run out. The Ganado Hornets are going to come out on top, 54-50. Your final score: Munoz Gym, Holbrook High School, Budenholzer Court, as the Ganado Hornets defeat the Roadrunners 54-50. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here, and we're going to segue in to our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game. This is our Honda Ski and Outdoor post-game show. First thing we have is our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game, and I'm going to go ahead and give that to Alana Yazzie for the Roadrunners. 17 points for Yazzie on the evening, leading all Roadrunner scores. So congratulations to her. Miss Yazzie, you are our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game. Next thing we go to is our Horn Auto Center Drive of the Game. And I don't know if we have it on replay. If we doesn't matter. It was an amazing play. And it is when Faith James had a nice behind-the-back pass. Perfect. And Smith laid that up and in. Here we go right here. Looking on the replay. There it is. Smith putting it up and in. Not going to get much better than that. So congratulations to Faith James. You've had our Horn Auto Center Drive of the Game. Last thing we go to is our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Player of the Game. Our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Player of the Game is going to be Faith James of the Ganado Hornets. Faith James with 19, 18, 20, 21 points on the game. So Faith James, you are our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Player of the Game as we're getting set for the boys game. Folks, don't be afraid. We're going to switch links here. You're going to have to stop, get on our YouTube channel. By the way, like our YouTube channel while you're there. Get notifications of any time, because some nights we don't know exactly where we're going to be or what we're going to be doing, looking for the best matchup in Northeast Arizona or in the White Mountains. So set up, follow us, get those notifications going, get notified when iTalk is going to be bringing you. Again, congratulations to the Ganado Hornets, victorious over the Holbrook Roadrunners tonight. Click off, then click back in, so stay tuned for the boys game here from Munoz Gym, Budenholzer Court. I'm Aaron Hewish. We're getting ready for the boys game. Congratulations to the Hornets. We are out.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pinetop and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airways, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airways is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.